Hello and welcome back to another episode of The Real View. Real views from real people, where we look at film, TV, and music, give our opinions, obviously a review, maybe a little analysis of it if we're feeling spicy. In this episode, we are looking at K-Pop Demon Hunters. My name is Miles, that's Miles with a Y. You can follow me across all social platforms at Miles Reviews. Please remember to do all that good stuff, like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification button to stay up to date with any content and videos I'm making. As with every episode, there are time codes in the description, so feel free to jump ahead, skip back, rewind selector, and time travel through this episode at your will. We work on a 3-tier rating system. From top to bottom, we have tap it straight to my veins, this sandwich is filling but not satisfying, and that's not it. So how you guys doing? What's going on with you lot? It's been a little while, hasn't it? I'm not gonna lie, it is real busy on my other job, singing and performing at weddings and functions. It's going off, man. It's going off, but it's good. It's good. I'm in a bit of a sort of transitional period, or kind of like an in between space when it comes to movies and TV lately. I haven't got to go to the cinema for a while. Truth be told, cinema is expensive, especially if you're not going often on a subscription service. And yeah, like I say, time. I just haven't had a lot of time, unfortunately, to see movies at the cinema, and I'm missing it. Can't lie, but I will be getting it back there soon. But in the meantime, between time, I can still review and talk about stuff on TV and streaming. So yeah, that's what we're doing at the moment. But how are you guys doing? Are you guys all right? Enjoying yourselves? Are you enjoying the film, TV, and music? What are you watching or listening to at the moment? Let me know. Holler at me. I'd love to hear from you. Yeah, just shout at me in the comments below. So as I said before, we are looking at K-Pop Demon Hunters. Here is your cast call. And apologies in advance for mispronouncing any of these names. Okay, here we go. Arden Cho, Hong, Jeong, Ahn Hyo, seop, Yunjin Kim, Yeon, Byung, and Daniel Dae Kim. It's amazing how, like, when most of the cast are like Korean, that you instantly try and put more of a Korean twang on the pronunciation. At least I do anyway. But yeah, anyway, that's the cast call, and here's my thoughts for K-Pop Demon Hunters. All right, it's review time. Let's get it done. Yeah, man. Before I was gonna stop singing, I did it. Yes, K-Pop Demon Hunters. I've been meaning to do this, well, just any reviews for ages, to be honest, but it's been a crazy time. Yeah, and I just had to say as well, I'm doing this on my lunch break in my car, so if I do, I didn't have to say that, but I might have to stitch this one, record the rest later. But let's get started anyway. So, K-Pop Demon Hunters, what's this all about then, Governor? Rumi, Arden Cho, Mira, Hong, and Zoe, Ji-young sorry if I got any of that wrong, make up the K-pop girl group Huntrix, and they smashed the charts and quite literally saved the hearts and souls of humanity in their secret lives as demon slayers. Directed by Chris Appelhans and Maggie Kang, written with Danya Jimenez, Hannah McMechan, Yunjin Kim, and Erika Lippoldt. Initially, when I watched this on Netflix, I thought it was a series. I've been hearing about it. Like, I watched it ages ago. I've rewatched it since, probably about, I don't know, 2-3 times now. But yeah, initially I thought it was like just like a series. I've been hearing about it, but I didn't actually take time to check it out. And I thought it was a series, so I started it on my laptop. I was like, wait a minute, this is a movie? Well, the first one I opened, I was like, yeah, this is kind of, I like this so far. And wait, this is a movie. So I quickly switched it from my laptop. Kids were watching the TV. I commandeered the TV. I was like, look, let's all watch this together. And we loved it, man. It's a good time. It's a really good time, you know. This is one of those movies where Sony animation studios are really in their bag. It looks great, you know, the animators really threw down and did their thing. The story's great, really engaging. It's practically a musical as well, and the songs are, you know, it's K-pop. It's really catchy, and lyrically, like, I mean, like, as far as writing songs goes, they are writing bangers, and the lyrics are good as well. And just, it's, you know, it's humorous, it's deep when it needs to be. It's just a really good time, man. Like, if you haven't seen it yet and you're avoiding it because you think, oh, it's just a kids movie, honestly, if you're a fan of like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, or just like maybe like musicals, or I don't know, maybe like how Disney used to rock consistently and stuff like that, then yeah, it's a real good time. Like, I suggest you check it out, man, seriously. What I was going to say before we get into spoilers, yeah, I think like there's just a lot of like sort of general themes which are very relatable to probably a lot of people. And, you know, on the other side of things as well, it's cool, you know, I'm Mr. Diversity. Well, I guess I don't know. But I love diversity. I love seeing wide range of stories, wide range, you know, I do watch a lot of the mainstream stuff, but also I love to see something, you know, from another culture and that, or, you know, from black culture or whatever. But, yeah, it was really cool to see sort of a bit of the Korean culture and also the K-pop culture. You know, K-pop is a thing that, you know, it's been blown up for years now. And I can't say I was aware of it, and to me, a lot of it sounds like very sort of old school sort of R&B pop and hip hop or rap, whatever. And yeah, I mean, that hasn't really changed its view for me. But like in terms of the culture of it, the culture of the phenomenon of K-pop, you know, I feel like I've got a great understanding of it now. I feel like I get it, you know. I get why it's big. Yeah, like I say, it's a good movie. Really good movie, to be honest. Probably one of my favourite animated movies of the year. This wasn't the year Wild Robot came out. No, that was last year. Yeah, probably my favourite animated movie of the year so far. And, yeah, just genuinely a really good time. And I would say it has got mass appeal, you know. I think if I was to have my time again, I think Sony should have really believed in this one more. I don't know whether it started off as a Netflix project or a Sony project or whatever, but I really feel like they really should have just believed in this and put it out in cinemas, man. I mean, this has done so well, and I think having it on streaming has helped. And obviously, the summer holidays is when it really had a chance to, you know, fully explode. But I feel like this is one of those movies that was always going to be successful. But also, you know, hindsight's an incredible thing, isn't it? I mean, it's one of those ones where it's like maybe they just didn't realise what they had, how good they had it, you know what I mean? But anyway, Netflix is winning from it. Sony Animation Studios is winning from it. Hopefully the animators and writers and directors and actors and everybody is winning. I imagine so. And if this doesn't get a sequel, that's just, it's madness, I say. It's madness. But yeah, overall, this movie, great film, great time, great songs, very catchy. Some good messages, and yeah, I think just a good watch for the whole family in general. Like, I mean, genuinely, like, you know, I feel like there's something there for everybody. So, yes, K-pop Demon Hunters, tap it straight to my veins. All right, let's move into spoilers. Right, so yeah, this movie, like I say, it just goes in, man. Like, I really wonder if Sony Animation fully understood the hit that they had on their hands, you know. Like I say, I think they just should have put it in theaters straight away. But, you know, like I say, you know, Netflix and that. And the thing with Netflix is, and sorry, although we're in spoilers, this first bit isn't really a spoiler. I wasn't reading my notes properly. I apologise. I'll restart spoilers in a minute. With Netflix and most streamers in general, they always have like their top 10, you know, top watched films or top 10 watched TV programs or just top 10 whatever. And it's hard, I feel like, with streamers, especially like Netflix, they're always a bit cagey on what is actually going on, like what the numbers actually are. So you never really know for sure. But I feel like with this one, over time, over summer, it's just undeniable that this movie is probably one of the top streamed movies in the nation, I would say, if not in the world, you know. So, yeah, man, big. And again, this isn't a spoiler, but I saw a post from someone on Instagram saying how they feel conflicted enjoying this when it's from the same studio that was supposed to be bringing them Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, and I completely relate. I mean, maybe not like feeling conflicted while watching it, but like, and I'm sure that it was just a joke. But yeah, man, Sony, what's going on with Spider-Man? What's going on with the Spider-Verse, man? Let's finish this out. I'm holding out. I love those movies, right? And, you know, I've probably rinsed them beyond belief now, but like, I'm holding out on buying the Blu-ray because I want to buy the entire collection, because I believe, what are we on? So Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, and Beyond is supposed to be the final one. So yeah, man, hurry up, get it done. I want to complete my Blu-ray trilogy box or whatever, you know. Anyway, right, so yes, we are properly in spoilers now. Fully, spoiler alert has gone off. We're in spoilers. Okay, right. So this film, like many family films, starts with exposition, explaining the world, explaining who the girls are, the point of this whole thing. But they do it in quite a slick way. I feel like you have more the traditional sort of montagey flashback, and then you also have it kind of like, almost like, I don't know, like concert documentary style, where you go into the crowd and, you know, speak with the fans and stuff like that. And it kind of lays the groundwork for this world and the concept of the movie, but without giving too much away. And then you just, bam, straight into the fun and the action of it. You know, I think a cold open into the plane ride, or the first Huntrix versus Demon fight, could have worked, but I wouldn't really understand what's going on, and any exposition during or after the scene may have slowed down the pace of the movie. So I think they just started it in the right way for me. And I like the way the fans mirrored the girls' personalities. Like, you know, you had the roomy ones, and you had the mirror ones who were quite like, serious and fierce, and you had the Zoe ones who were playful and just loved, you know, were like, but also edgy with the rap, you know. Now the opening fight musical number is, there's like, what I love about these kind of movies is just all the little things. Like, having watched this a few times now, you just start to notice all the little animation beats, all the little Easter eggs, or, you know, just funny little things they do. And one of them in this opening fight, whilst the girls are free falling out of the plane with the demons, the demon that Zoe is fighting, she's doing their makeup in line with the lyrics of the song. And they're kind of having, but what's funny about it is her and this demon are kind of having this genuine fun makeover moment. But yeah, this made me laugh. And like, there's just so many fun moments, like when Huntrix are planning how to take down the Soldier Boys, Mira Zodi again hyped, Rumi pauses, you know, and then stares at them as if they're doing too much, just before joining in, matching their energy and going in faces, you know. And I just thought it was great. And there's also this, I can't remember what a tiger is called in this, but there's a silent tiger, as you know, if you watched it, which I believe is probably like a spirit animal. I don't really know, I haven't looked into it, but I don't really know how Korean spiritual culture works. I know, like, obviously from things like Coco, they have like animals that are kind of like spirit animals in the spirit world that can help and guide them and protect them and that kind of stuff. I don't know if this is the same kind of thing, but anyway, this tiger and crow that work with Ji-noo, or help Ji-noo get messages across to Rumi. When the tiger first shows up, like, it's proper creepy. It's a bit like, whoa, what is this? What's going on here? Like, it's a bit of a creepy thing, but and like, one of the cool little details is like, even when the tiger's eyes move, its eyes make like creaking sounds, you know, which adds to the creepiness. But then when it knocks over that statue when it first meets Rumi, and it's struggling to put it back in its place, not having opposable thumbs and all that, you get to see a little personality of the tiger, and it just kind of keeps, you know, getting etched out, and it ends up being like one of my favorite characters, you know. And I feel like, you know, not to give away free ideas, but Sony, come holler at me. Yeah. We need a tiger and the crow short, or like a little side plot in a sequel, maybe, or maybe just a really short series, like maybe an origin story of the crow taking the hat from the tiger, or the tiger meeting Ji-noo, or just the tiger, you know, Tiger and Crow having little adventures in the spirit world. I'm just saying, just put it out there. Maybe do that. I'm sure it'll go down well while we're waiting for the sequel. Or maybe just put it, like I say, a side plot in the sequel. One of my best, most memorable animated moments in this movie has to be, and I feel like if you've seen the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. What I'm about to say is Zoe's reaction to seeing Abby from the Sergeant Boys for the first time. Her eyes mirroring his abs, then turning into corn, then having his button pop off his shirt, fly through the air and melt into butter, land on her icon, and then turn into popcorn is so ridiculous, absurd, and hilarious. And I thought it was really stretching the realms of what you can kind of do in this kind of animation and just how outlandish it can be, but it just worked so well. Rumi and Ji-noo's played by Ahn Hyo seop. Look, I'm not Korean, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't take the time to learn how to say any of these names properly, so I fully apologise. So yeah, I'm sorry. But anyway, Rumi and Ji-noo's first interaction starts off like a typical Korean romantic drama, complete with a slow motion locking of eyes, but then quickly gets turns onto his head, with Ji-noo dismissively telling Rumi to watch herself. And again, that was just another funny part for me. Funny enough, Mira's character, it was given big sort of Rosa from Brooklyn 999 energy, you know. In fact, I remember when I first watched it, I just kind of assumed that Stephanie Beatrice might be voicing her, but that's cool to know they used like Korean actors and that. And yeah, she did a great job. Who played Mira again? Yeah, Mei Hong. She did a great job. So that was cool. So I'm kind of just trying to rush read it here. So when it began to all fall apart with Rumi and her lies sort of, the light was kind of showed on her secrets. I think it was really heartbroken when Zoe was like to her, how could we be together if we can't tell your lies from your truth? Mad. And then Mira was like, I knew it was too good to be true, you know. And it's just, I feel Mira's a really like, because you don't get much from Mira, but there's obviously like a caring and soft side to her, but there's also this hard exterior. She's a really interesting character. I mean, they all are really interesting characters, but I'd like to find out a bit more about Mira. And in this, in this movie, you'll see one of the main foils to the Huntrix is Sergeant Boys. It's more just working on the secrets and lies, really, you know, to take them down. It's everybody's shame that's the real takedown in the end. You know, Ji-noo's story is tragic, but Rumi's is the most tragic as it's not even her fault. You know, she was born that way, you know, as part demon. And it's her not sharing the truth that sort of tears everything apart. In an instance, it's like the strength of sin comes in its secrecy, you know. And going back to sort of Rumi's birth origin, that's another interesting story I'd like to see. Like, you know, who is her father? Is her father still around? What happened to her? How did her mother die? All that kind of stuff. Very interesting stuff that could be explored in a sequel or something like that, you know. Also, I've got to say, Rumi is so professional. I know she's like had to like really be on it, keeping up the act and being professional all the time, blah blah blah. But when the demons infiltrate the performance, switch the song from Golden to Takedown, like she's thrown, but she basically doesn't miss a beat, man. She's still doing all the steps, doing all the choreography. She's just ready. It's only when they start like, you know, ripping off her jacket and stuff and exposing her, that's when she can't really hold it together. But that, you know, just getting switched on like that, she's just on it. Seems as, you know, they all agreed when something they were going to do as well. It's a madness. But yeah, what I noticed as well is once the this is kind of more like a recap than a review, really. But you know, I just really enjoyed all these moments. Yeah, once Ji-noo and the Sergeant Boys kind of infiltrate Huntrix's performance. Afterwards, it's like the whole city is bathed in the light of the patterns. I know, like they got themselves on the neon screens and that, but if you notice, like the whole city's like kind of like in patterns now, and it's the way the voices of doubt / insecurities leading the character to the Soulja Boy's concert or trap at the end is genius. You know, not only does it mirror how the demons are controlled by Grima, but it also shows what happens when you allow your dark thoughts to consume you. See, this film is very deep. Not only just entertaining and fun, but very deep, you know. Celine, played by Yunjin Kim, is trying to help, but she's been doing it from a place of fear. You know, by hiding or suppressing the truth, no one can truly be free. I'd love to see the sequel take a deeper look at her, you know, or maybe like a deeper look at one of the girls, like maybe Mira, like I said. I really want to see more on Celine and her role in training up and mentoring Huntrix. I think that would be really interesting. To deep this movie on a moral level, the messages in this are great. You know, themes and lessons on teamwork, acceptance, both of self and of others, loving the skin you're in, warts or patterns and all, understanding that everything that makes you can be a strength. Different reasons to like connect us all, you know? And I feel like this kind of message is very important. Very important. In this particular time, in this world, very important. You need that kind of what's the word, stance in life. So yeah, man, I could go on about this movie for ages, and I really think it is a really solid, great movie, top tier animated film, top tier musical. I've been banging out the songs sometimes, and yeah, I just really got a bad love for this movie, man. I think it's really good. I think, like I say, top animated movie of the year for me, and yeah, if they put it at the cinemas again, I'd happily go along. But yeah, man, I just think if you haven't seen this movie yet, why are you still listening? Past spoilers. But also, give it a go, man. Give it a try. You know, it's a really good time. It's really fun. It's funny. It's exciting. It's engaging, and overall, just a really good movie. Well done to everyone involved in it. Really good work. You got a smash on your hands there, as far as I'm concerned. And those were my thoughts on K-Pop Demon Hunters. But what did you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. What was your favorite song? It doesn't match the hype. Is it overhyped? Is it not as good as everyone's banging on about? Is it annoying you? Or what's your favorite scene? What's your favorite song? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And of course, you've been listening to myself at Miles Review. That's Miles with a Y. You can follow me across all social platforms. And like I said earlier, please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Hit the notification button to stay up to date with any videos and content I've been making. It really helps the channel, guys. Thank you so much. And I hope you guys are well out there enjoying the film, TV, and music. But most importantly, life. All right, guys, I'll check you on the next one. Take care. God bless and all the rest.